How you doing there, folks? Zeus Moshbanner here, coming to you. Well, let me take a step back here for a minute. I'd like to say something. I know that old little Shiola or Paul, the Polish man, whatever you want to call him. I suppose you can call him whatever you want, but he's made a bunch of videos here already since being in Tennessee. But this here's the very first time I can say Zeus Moshbanner here, coming to you from FEMA region number 4. Guess I'm doing all right. It's taking a little bit of getting used to being out of Balmer. That's Baltimore for folks outside of Maryland. And that's Maryland for, well, I guess maybe some of you might be wondering about my brother Fritzy. Well, he's been staying over there at little Shiloh's house for a while, in his apartment. He comes back and forth, though. But you know, Fritzy's kind of a globe trotter. I say globe lightly, you know, not to offend my flat earth friends out there. But Fritzy, he's over, he's over in the Middle East right about now. You see, Fritzy has one of the most, well, let's say special passports that's in existence. He has access to every country of the world, you know, and plus certain parts of West Virginia. I'll tell you this. Old Fritzy's been to North Korea more times than Dennis Rodman has, I'll tell you that. That's right. But like I said, he's over there in the Middle East. He's over there with that dude that runs Syria, you know, Bashar al-Assad. Yeah, you know, outside of Putin and that Ayatollah over there in Iran. Well, Fritzy's the only one Assad will talk to. Old Trump, he was trying to get in there, but we all know he had to send Fritzy. It really come down to that. Now, I know a lot of you out there worry about Fritzy and you know, pray for his well-being and all that. But Fritzy, you know, he can take care of himself, let me tell you. He's a one-man army, that Fritzy is. Just imagine if Hitler and Mussolini would have had to deal with Fritzy. That war would have been over in about 15 minutes. But you know, on a side note, you gotta go back and watch this Zeus on the Loose I did a while back about my Aunt Squeaky Mossbender. Boy, she had some exploits during the Second World War. Her and her best friend, old Snuff Sissy. Yeah, you gotta go back and watch this one. This one will blow your mind or something. Now, for all of you that would like to watch that episode of Zeus on the Loose, I'll leave a link down there below in the Show More section. Just go down there, click on that, and enjoy it. Make a time of it. Now, what in the world was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Pardon me, I had phlegm. Oh, yeah, my brother. And don't worry, he's got that chickum with him. Yeah, he's got his chickum. You can't see the chickum in this picture. He's got it down there, you know, by his side. But the interesting thing is, take a look at this. Isn't that something? Look at there. I think that's why Assad likes Fritzy so much. Because, you know, Fritzy, he's got his plastic chickum. Old Assad, he's got a plastic echidna. Look at that. Well, at any rate, you know, I ain't had a moment's peace since Fritzy got over there in the Mediterranean. Everybody's been calling me, you know, what's the meeting about? What's the meeting about? I don't know. I just got off the phone with that sicko down there in Venezuela, that Maduro. I mean, he's asking, what's Fritzy doing over there? You know, I said, look, that's Fritzy's business. Fritzy's business is Fritzy's business. Get with the program, you nut. And I hung up on him. Then just as I was sitting down, you know, to have my tea, I have chamomile tea every night, Trumpy calls me. And he asks if I can get a hold of Fritzy, because he wants Fritzy to bring him back some falafel from this little place over there in Palmyra. See there's a picture of it right there. It's like kind of a strange looking little food truck over there that sells falafel or whatever you want to call it. And Trumpy says, get Fritzy, bring me some of that back here to the White House. I said, look, Fritzy, you don't cotton too much to being anybody's errand boy, and you know that, Trumpy. And Trumpy said, yeah, I'm sorry. He said, but if you get a hold of him, I'd really like some of that falafel if you could. I said, look, man, I gotta go drink my tea. Well, last time I talked to Trump, I told him, I said, look, Fritzy, you can't always count on Fritzy all the time because, he's got other things to do. One time or another, you're going to have to send Pence over there. And he said, Pence don't know his head from a hole in the ground. I said, well, what are you going to do? I don't know. I said, yeah. Well, aside from all that, Trump's a good guy. He's all right. So I'd like to ask y'all if you would just keep my brother Fritzy in your prayers while he's over there with them Muslims. Who knows? After Fritzy gets done with old Assad, he might be preaching the gospel over there in them raggies. Now I'm going to move on to the next thing I want to talk about, but before I do and get rid of this picture, I got to tell you, man, this guy right here with a cigarette, man, he looks familiar to me. I don't know. Okay, so now that we got the adventures of my little brother Fritzy out of the way, let's get on why I titled this the 12th installment of Zeus on the Loose, The Adventures of Wingo Chin. Maybe. Let me apologize first, though. There's some noise. If you hear some noise, they're doing construction out there. I think they're building gazebos for extra tall people. Now let me tell you about the very first time that I heard the name Wingo Chin. It was in a video that little Shy-O made just before he left Balmer. It was the day before he and old Herb hit the road for Nashville, Tennessee. Me? I left Balmer about 8 minutes after they did, but that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. I often wonder where the guy was when he first said that, but I digress. Now here's the clip of little Shy-O talking about, well, it's the first time I ever heard the name Wingo Chin.
One more thing I want to tell you. I had a dream. It's very hard to express this because I'm not a person that has visions or dreams or anything like that.
It's about time.
I'm very sorry. I had to cut off it's very emotional because this dream that I had, one name, that's all it was. I don't know what it means. I don't know. Are you ready? Don't know what it means. Wingo Chin.
Now, be sure I'll leave links to all the videos I talk about in this here video down there in the Show More section. Just click on Show More and get at it. Well, needless to say, I got curious about what little Saul was saying there about who this person was, if it even is a person, because I've gotten conflicting information on that. So I put some feelers out and got Fritzy to help, because he knows everyone on Earth. Now, according to some records that Fritzy discovered in a crawl space at the CIA headquarters, the initial surfacing of the name Wingo Chin originated here at this Dunkin' Donuts in, of all places, Falston, Maryland, FEMA Region Number 3. Well, one story goes that Wingo is related by marriage to the designer of this building, the Dunkin' Donuts that is, who in turn was related to the estranged twin brother of the 18th century Bavarian fresco artist Franz Xaver Zwink, who painted the frescoes for the famous Passion Play that takes place every 10 years in Oberammergau, over there in Germany. Now, the reason that the Zwink brothers, Franz and Biff, became estranged was because Biff, who was an intense donut aficionado, corrupted one of his brothers, Franz's famous frescoes, having snuck onto the Passion Play grounds late at night and repainted Pontius Pilate eating a cruller. It is rumored that the great great-grandson of Biff Zwink, is currently working at this Dunkin' Donuts and is secretly calling upon all Dunkin' Donuts aficionados to make a pilgrimage here to this Dunkin' Donuts in Fallston, Maryland on July the 16th of this year in order to stir up sentiment in getting the most well-known passion play worldwide moved from Oberammergau to this Dunkin' Donuts in Fallston, Maryland. Well, as I said, I was curious and I put some feelers out, got Fritzy on the case. This was just right before he went to Syria. Fritzy works fast, he works fast. Well, about a week ago, I started getting information about this Wingo Chin, most of it through the mail. I figured while I was at it, I'd go ahead and read some of the letters to you about all this. Let's see, here's one. Let's see which one. Oh yeah, here we go. Dear Zeus, I met Wingo in 1977 at a Pink Floyd concert in Detroit. He said that he was friends with David Gilmour and had backstage passes, so I hung out with him. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go backstage as Wingo got arrested for shooting BBs at the large floating pig. Wish you were here. Emma Shorts, Vice President Groupies Anonymous. Okay, there's another one. Hold on. I'll get it. Alright, here we go. Hi, Zeus. Thank you for your interest in my little Wingo. For anyone who is worried about him, please don't. He is fine. I feed him 3 times a day, and I've never seen even one hairball come up out of him. Love, Mrs. Kitty No Boots. Okay, let's see. This one, okay, here it is. Dear Zeus Moshbender, first off, I enjoy watching your channel, especially the videos about the Bible. I am a devout Roman Catholic, and for Lent, I gave up using anything that is blunt. As for the likes of Wingo Chin, I know only one thing about this man. At one time, he was a practicing bigamist. How do I know? Well, my name is Louise Buchanan Mittelschmidt, inventor of the only real alternative to Eggs Benedict, Eggs Mittelschmidt. I am also the granddaughter of Edgar Buchanan, who played Uncle Joe on the classic 1960s sitcom Petticoat Junction. My granddad told me that Wingo Chin was married to every woman on this show for at least 20 minutes. And that includes B. Benedict. Love, Louise B. Mittelschmidt. Well, there you go. Okay, I got one more here. Let me see. Now that's a bill. That's a bill for the what you call it. Pardon me, I phlegm. Here's the last one. To whom it may concern, if you see Wingo Chin, tell him I want my hedge clippers back. Signed, B. Gurian. Well, there you have it. Now, another interesting fact about all this is that every one of these letters that I got concerning Wingo Chin was delivered to me in an old plastic bag from Radio Shack by a mailman wearing a surgical mask. Now, there's really no way for any of us to tell if any of this stuff I was just reading is true or not. That's why it's such a mystery, Now, I guess from here, I'll just throw it out to all of you. Perhaps some of you out there have had an encounter with Wingo Chin or some such other experience. If you have, please feel free to comment below. Maybe somebody out there might even have a picture of this mystery man. Down below you can find a place where you can send it. Search for it. Who could it be? This Wingo Chin, one of whom it is alleged got yummies with B. Benaderet. Man, oh man. Now, as old Pastor J.D. would say, I'm going to bring this in for a landum. No, let me tell you, as I was about to do some packing, because I've decided to go meet Fritzy over there in Syria, I got to thinking about that falafel that Trumpy was talking about, at that food truck in Palmyra. Look at there. Funny how it is, you could get a food truck right there next to the ruins of the gate of the Temple of Baal. Man, oh man, there it is. Then I was getting ready to pack up my socks, and I was looking at this picture. Well, I noticed something. Very strange that caught my eye. So I zoomed in on the truck, and what do I see?
Wingo.